How much do you know about K-food? How much hanshik have you eaten?
We invite you into the world of Korean food, of course, including the history and culture of it.
We'll introduce trendy foods and famous restaurants on Dish of the Day with
Chef Ryan Phillips.
That's right, we got Chef Ryan Phillips in the studio, and I hope that you're of the same age bracket range for me, that Pretty Woman song will make you think of Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
Yeah. What age were you when you first watched?
Roy Orbison, of course.
Oh, yes, the original from way back when, right?
Yeah, that was the musician.
What age were you when you first watched Pretty Woman? Do you have a rough
Pretty
ballpark?
young.
Yeah, me too.
Young. I don't know, maybe 9?
I think I was about 9 or 8.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'd watch that film with my kids. I don't think they'd want to either. Although, I don't know why. But when we were younger, I think things like Rambo, Terminator, the blood guts and stuff like that, and then films with sex scenes, parents were more okay just letting you sit next to them and maybe covering your eyes at certain points.
Yeah. Definitely on the American side is like glorification of violence, but then aversion from anything sexual, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing in the States.
Living in Brazil was kind of the opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Violence not so much on screen.
Right. Ooh. But much more open the other way.
I see. Today's hashtag, before we jump into our, I don't know if dish is too high of a word for what we've got today. It is 산책 or stroll. And I know you're big into running and stuff.
Yeah.
And you take Luna Bear out. But what about strolling? Do you ever go out for like a walk?
Not much. No, but maybe in the mountain. There's a little mountain right next to my place that goes across the university campus and back towards a lake.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely stroll. I've really been thinking about doing it recently because of the fall weather.
Yeah,
and it's just lovely. It's so nice. There's a breeze today. It's a good day to go walk through the woods. It got really chilly last night, huh?
I know, because we were down in Busan where it's still about 20 at night.
Oh,
and then we came and got off the train. It was about 16. I was like, I've got to put on a cardigan or something like
chilly.
that. I like it. I love that crispness, right?
Yeah, me too. Best time of year. Best time to be here, really.
Absolutely. If you can travel around Chuseok time. My wife always said that when we were first dating. Like, Chuseok, she remembers as when it would get really cold at night. Not like freezing cold, but cold to the point where, yes, you'd need some outer layers.
It looks like it's going to be that way. I might have to close the greenhouses a little bit here soon. Yeah, at night, at least. Yeah.
My daughter, we got a terrace at our new place, got a tangerine tree.
No kidding.
And so I don't know if you're a tangerine expert or not, right? But I'm still going to ask. The guy said, I think when it starts to get frosty at night, bring it indoors.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of look out for that first frost in the forecast and bring it inside.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, citrus is hardier to cold than peppers are.
Oh.
I kept a lime tree alive all year in that geothermal submersible, passive solar greenhouse of it, because it didn't ever freeze in there.
Oh, fantastic.
So the lime tree made it, but peppers did not. They needed a little bit warmer, mostly.
And another personal question, which is not on the topic at all.
Okay.
A lot of the tangerines, like when we bought the tree, it had about 20 tangerines on it, these green ones that were going to maybe grow a bit more and ripen.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, you can look forward to having them when they turn colour and it gets a bit colder.
Yeah.
And half or more have burst along the way, just... And then you can see inside. And my wife looked it up.
Maybe.
And she said, that is a symptom of too much water. But he was like, every 2 days, give it water. And then it had rained, we got some crazy rainfall. How do you know the right amount of water to give?
Scratch the surface of the soil. And if it feels wet, don't water it.
Okay. Yeah. But if it's dry, then add...
Yeah, that's all.
It's got some stones on the top to make it look pretty, so I have to scratch past that.
Another thing I could warn you about, when you're buying these things from shops...
Yeah.
They're going to sell it more if it's got fruit on it or flowers on it, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to give it hormones. They're going to force that.
Oh, wow.
And they're usually not putting them in the best soil because it's cheap, right?
Okay.
They're using chemical fertilizers.
Yeah.
So they're going to force it to bloom, which is going to stress the plant, right? And make it use everything that it has access to. And it'll be in kind of a poor soil. So every time you buy something like that, immediately transplant it.
Oh, really?
Right. And then don't expect it to fruit so much as what you see when you first get it, unless you want to give it the hormones, which they sell all those different kinds of things in all the plant stores.
Hormones? That sounds wrong.
Yeah, for blooming, for fruiting, for vegetation. It's all about the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
Wow, it sounds like doping for athletes. I don't want to go down that route. Today's dish, then, I've talked to our listeners saying it is something that is instant. It is a favorite of Koreans. What are we talking about today, Ryan? What have you brought in?
Yeah, this is probably the easiest day for me ever. I didn't have to do squat. This is special though, and I think my niece is watching. Hi, Rayleigh. This is of course huge all across the world right now. K-pop Demon Hunter ramen, and then some other things other types of instant food that they highlighted in the movie. And our writers asked us to do this today, and with my niece out there asking about this stuff, I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. I have not tried any of these. I'm excited to try them. I was doing a little research. There's different kinds in different countries, too.
Oh, nice.
So that's exciting. If you have seen any of these wherever you are, let us know. I'd like to see what you guys have.
Yeah.
But we've got an assortment here today.
Yeah, it's a good range, right? So it's cup noodles, and you can see this is the K-pop Demon Hunters one with different pictures on the top. But this is just the regular shinramyeon, the spicy version, right? It's just the packaging that is different and looks cool. There are different pictures for different types you can see.
And Shin Ramen is kind of the OG, isn't it? You know, it's like the ramen. I guess in more recent years, there's been a lot more options.
Yeah, many more.
But this is kind of like the mainstay.
The standard, right?
The standard, yeah.
Yeah, and then the other two that we've got here, it's giving a bit of choice because there are so many versions of spicy ramyeon, but this is the black bean sauce one, like spaghetti from 짜장면. Yeah. But this is pombok, so this is where it's not very soupy. You're just mixing it, and it comes. Well, it doesn't look that good. I'm looking at this label. I've never seen it look that good.
And we just did a show on jajangmyeon recently, right? The fermented black bean noodles that is actually more flour ferment than it is black bean. But,
absolutely. This does have a different flavor profile to that. And then this one, which I've never had, is
I can't believe you've never had that.
Udon, because I've had udon tigim cup noodle, but that is the same as the shin ramen, as in it's really dry noodles and you just pour in the water.
No,
but this has fresh.
These are vac sealed fresh noodles.
It's crazy.
And this is what I would go for more often if I needed a quick snack because it's healthier.
Yeah. Just
not
being
deep
blunt
fried.
about it, right?
It's not a deep fried instant noodle. These are all deep fried instant noodles.
Okay, because we got three. Why don't we do one in each part? So
yeah, sure.
We've got one open here, and we've got a kettle over there in the studio. So we'll show you the whole process. So if we open this, look, you can see here. There's arrows. You're only meant to open it halfway,
right,
to make it easier to trap the steam in. And then inside, if you've never seen one of these, you take it away, and I'll just film it for you.
Yeah.
You got the sauce that you take out. Don't pour the water in with that sauce packet in there, okay? And then you've got like the desiccated vegetables and little bits of meat.
Yeah.
And so you want to pour in the sauce before you pour in the water.
I don't know if we can call this sauce. Peter,
no, that's true. Seasoning, chemicals,
MSG, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not really anti-MSG. It's all right.
And then you pour it up to the line. Yeah, I've had scientific studies have not proven that MSG is bad for you. It's just kind of a cheat code.
Chefs naturally concentrate natural MSG all the time. That's what stock is all about.
Okay, so we pour it in, close the lid, and then my thing is I want it proper, so I'm going to do it so it traps as much air in.
Oh, I was going to do the chopstick trick, where you take this and make a little...
Yeah, and then push it down.
We can do that on the chopaghetti over there.
But I like to have it completely sealed. And this is being cooked. I'm going to do it by the letter. I think it's meant cooked is also an overstatement, isn't it? I think it's 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, is the standard time. Because if you open it too early, now I hate it when it's undercooked, you know, when there's too much crunch to it.
Right.
There we go. 3분, it says on there. 3분 조리. So we'll wait.
Everybody kind of has their own, you know, preferred way to do it. I used to really like them a little bit undercooked, you know, a little more al dente.
That's what I used to like, but I don't know, in my older age, like, I want them so there's no crunch left. I don't want them soggy. Like, if they soak up too much moisture, that's horrible, isn't
Mushy,
it?
Mushy, soggy,
Yeah, it just dissolves in your mouth. But yeah, we are going to look forward to having this. And like you said, this is the standard. This is what we mean when we say 컵라면. Right.
Already, it smells really good.
Yeah.
Like, I remember walking into my friend's house, old farming buddy, and his wife's Korean, and she was making ramen sometimes. And I walk in and I smell it, like, oh, what's cooking? And she just laugh at me, like, oh, it's just ramen.
It's just ramen. Because, yeah, the smell that you get, and this is why people always say, when you ask, like, your other half, do you want some ramen late at night? They're invariably say, no, I'm okay. And then they smell it cooking in the pot,
so
right?
Yeah,
more so with the packet ramen than the cup ramen. And then they'll be like, okay, I need to have a bite. And then people get annoyed. They're like, you said you didn't want any, and now you're stealing my ramen.
And when you're making this at home, you can really doctor them up. You know, drop an egg in towards the end. And let the white cook, but let the yolk be runny.
I'm not a fan of that. I have to mix it all together. Like, if the white and the yellow get separated.
More like egg drop soup.
Yeah.
You know, you can do it that way, too.
Like a Chinese style. Yeah.
Add hot sauce. You can add meat to it. Some folks add cheese to a lot of the more that have less liquid, you know.
Yeah.
More the bokum, you know.
That's good as well, isn't it? Yeah. And this is the reason they did the tie-up is because cup ramen is in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Totally.
Right? Yeah. There's a scene where they pour the water in, they wait, they eat it, and so everyone is like, let's try it.
When that movie came out, some friends of mine, good old friends of mine that have kids that are pretty young, messaged me, even sent me like video messages with their daughter saying, can you send us any from Korea? Wow. And I was so sad to say it's not here yet, but now it is.
Yeah.
But it's also there as well.
They've got export versions. And you said that in some places like the States, they got different flavors for the different characters.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Wow. So there's like a really like savory, almost creamy version for Rumi. And then there's a spicy version. And then there's a really weird one with like a whole hamburger patty in it.
What?
And I'd like to see how is that little hamburger patty, is it dehydrate? No, it can't be. It must be vaccine. I don't know, man. But I'm curious. And I have a feeling that at one little girl's birthday in Texas next month, they're probably going to have all of those.
Okay, that's 3 minutes. So we're going to open it up. Oh, can you peel that off, Ryan? Sure, and try and keep that lid intact, because I'm going to use that as a little bowl that a lot of Koreans do. The little trick I'm going to show you.
Yeah,
so there you go.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Looks much more appetizing. Can you mix it a little bit so we can see what it looks like? Because you always get a bit of sauce like clumped together, and just mix that in.
It's a little hard on top.
Okay. Mix it and turn it upside down.
The water wasn't.
Because we've had that in the studio for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Might need to take that into account.
That's not going to be to Peter's liking. I can tell already. They're a little crunchy still.
I can see the way they're doing. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'm going to show our listeners how to make. Oh dear, what have I done there? Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you listeners, if I can prop this up, the way to make a little bowl with your lid. Can we show this camera, Peter? So you fold it basically easily in half one time and in half another time, and then you just open one of these flaps up, right? And it doesn't look like much, but this will allow you to take bitefuls out of a shared cup noodle and store it in here and just go like that. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okie dokie. So we'll get this then on the screen. You've got some chopsticks as well, right? You can use those.
You can take those. Go for it, man.
No, you go for that. I'll do this. And then we'll give it a try. This is the go-to ramen, the bog standard, right?
I think they're a little firm still, buddy.
They do look like that, don't they? Because the boiling water,
just a little bit first,
sitting there. Okay, I'll give it a try.
Oh yeah,
Too
little
firm.
Crunch. A little crunch on there.
Let's do it. But like you said, this is the MSG. And the spice level, like for kids, they might put in a little less spicy sauce. But for adults, yeah, this isn't like blow your head off crazy bulldog or anything like that, is it?
No, it does taste pretty good. I like it.
You're right. They taste a bit crunchy. This reminds me of ramyeon you get on the plane. It's often done with water that I'm guessing is not completely boiling hot. And so you'll undercook them a bit.
Yeah.
You're right. This is not...
This is the way I used to like them, though.
Me too. When I was younger, I wanted crunch rather than sogginess. So it's not bad at all. And the sauce is delicious. And the soup, like, guys...
I haven't had this in so long, though.
Have you seen that now they sell just ramyeon soup as a tea, basically? Alongside
really?
like hot chocolate and like other things, you can get instant noodle soup, especially in the wintertime at the Pyeongchang. You just pour in the water and you drink it. I mean, it tastes good, right? I don't think it's great for your health, but still.
Yeah, for those who haven't been here before, the Pyeongchang or the convenience store, you can't walk a block without finding one. And there's almost always, I'd say like 9 out of 10 of them have a little counter.
Yeah.
And it's mostly kids after school sitting there, but it could be anybody, 24/7. And they've got instant boiling water, and there's a microwave, and there's all different things to play with. I mean, I've had friends that survived. I mean, they grew up eating from there and only there.
Yeah, you can have these combinations of different snacks that you can cook at the Pyeongchang, and that goes viral on social media. So we'll be back in parts 2 and 3 eating the japaghetti, bombok, and also the udon. Very different types of instant ramyeon. I guess udon, strictly speaking, it's not ramyeon, it's instant udon. We'll play a song then. This is from Sokodomo featuring Crush, 순식간에 in an instant. We're back for part 2, Dish of the Day, with Chef Ryan in the studio. We had some listener submissions as well. I don't know if we can show Siska's video. You have said you guys have K-pop Demon Hunters, but we have the SHM one, Sonmin. So I don't know if we can show that on the stream. We'll see if we can get to that. There we go. Yeah, Sonomin was in the ramyeon here as well, the footballer who's now gone over to the States and is making a massive splash over there. But good to see he is being used as a model for the Indonesian version as well. I know you're personally a big fan. Siska also siding with us, saying noodles, if they're soggy, absolutely hate them. Yeah, that is the worst.
Soggy's the worst. I'd much rather have them a little crunchy than soggy.
Yeah, you want to read Leon's message?
I'd be happy to. Leon writes, Shin ramen is good, but I prefer the packet ones as the noodles texture is better. Yeah, as opposed to the cup noodles, right? Yeah. I would advise adding less than the lime to make it a richer soup taste. Good tip. Thanks, Leon.
Yeah, and if you don't like a rich taste, pour in more water or put in less sauce. That's all you need to do. Ben says one of those costs about €3 to €5 here. They can also be enjoyed uncooked, dipped in the soup powder as a crunchy snack. The tip from Koreans, though, is get the packet one, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and it gets even crunchier. Like the moisture comes out. And then you dip that in the noodle sauce. It's a brilliant drinking snack.
Okay, so you take it out of the package, just the noodle part, and maybe put it on a plate or a paper towel. And then,
30 seconds, and it gets so crunchy. Some of it gets a bit burnt, which still tastes amazing. But these aren't that expensive. €3 to €5 would be, like 7,000 won? Like, one of these is 1,000-ish won.
Right, for the little ones, sure. Yeah. I saw that in America they're about $1.67 or something for this size of the K-pop Demon Hunter one.
Still more expensive than here, but not too much more.
Not too bad, yeah.
No. We've got the water freshly boiled, so why don't we get into the japaghetti one? So I will be on camera duty again. Let me get it up. Okay. So the japaghetti bombok, it is a smaller version. So I think it's more snack size and maybe for kids. Again, you only unpeel it about halfway. And in here, less colourful, I suppose. Got little desiccated meat and maybe is that fish cakes? I'm not sure.
Fish cakes fried and then dehydrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the sauce you will see is very different in colour.
This dark kind of crumbly powder here. Boom.
Okay. And again, you've got the line inside the cup to make it easy. to tell you how much to put in. And there, you see.
I'm really chefing it up today. Check this out. Yeah.
You're a good pourer of boiling water there, right? And then we just close the lid again. You've got that little bit so you can turn it on
let's
there.
do the little chopstick thing. I like this trick. I guess it doesn't seal quite as well as your method, but
just clip it on there. Yeah, look at that, like a true Korean there. And then, of course, some air does escape the side. So when I'm being a bit anal, I get annoyed by that. I'm like, it's not going to cook quite as well. But that is what a lot of people do. And then I'm guessing for this one, it's maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And then the pombok means that you kind of mix it all together because there's not as much soup that's going to be left over. I'm guessing 4 minutes, it says. Yaksaben. So we can wait for that.
Is this a sodium meter on the side here? That's interesting.
Natrium, which I believe is sodium.
Right.
We call that natrium
here.
Oh,
that's great.
So that's not too bad.
I think that's fairly new to be on all of these. I haven't noticed that before.
So that's 2 on the scale out of 8, and that one is 4.
4.
Double.
Yeah. And because this one isn't no, it still has it.
Oh, wow. 6. So udon is the worst, Ryan.
But it's not the deep fried instant.
No. So if we take a look at that in advance, right?
Are we going to save this one for part 3?
Yeah, we can do that in part 3, but just to give you a little
so
teaser.
Vac sealed, fresh noodles, and then there's 3 different packets of things.
Wow.
Yeah.
And some noodles do have more than one packet. It's just these ones are the simple old school stylies. So we'll wait for this to finish up then. So the jajang spaghetti, the name is really cool, right? Spaghetti sounds like spaghetti and jajangmyeon put together, but there's no spaghetti element to this. It's not tomato sauce or anything like that, right?
Right.
Do you ever try that?
The noodles.
Because the only reason I eat this...
I've never had this.
Ever.
Never. Not once in my life.
The only reason is because we have kids that we've had this quite often. And the other time was Parasite, the movie. They had the spaghetti with steak, like really expensive hanu at this rich person's house. And they put it together. And that became a thing in Korea. It was delicious if you have it like that. Yeah, with a bit of truffle sauce as well. Like not real truffle because that's too expensive, but that was really good. And it doesn't taste like jajangmyeon. Like it tastes very different to jajangmyeon.
Okay.
You're going to be trying this for the first time. I'm curious as to how you would compare it. I wouldn't, unless if the color was different, I would say they're completely different things. Just due to the color, maybe you're thinking they're the same. I don't know. 4 minutes. I think we've got about another minute before that occurs.
Yeah. Patience.
Yeah.
Patience is a virtue. I've had some jajangmyeon ramen before. I don't think I've ever had the spaghetti. What's the difference?
The one from the packets. I'm not going to lie. It tastes better than the one from the cups. And like Leon said, I think in general, even Koreans feel the packet ones where you're cooking it in a pot with the boiling water, that tastes better.
The noodles are usually bigger.
Yes, they're thicker, right?
Yeah, thicker. Yeah. These are designed to be really fast, quick snacks. Actually, this is the first one I've ever seen that's 4 minutes.
And
aren't they usually way less?
Yeah, 3 minutes I think is like the guide. Although the udon is 1 minute we saw earlier, and that's because it's fresh noodles in there. So I'm looking forward to that one as a final one. When you do, on the rare occasion, eat ramyeon, do you have any go-to like panchan or side dishes to have with it? For Koreans, like kimchi, I think, is the standard.
Yeah. I make my own kimchi of different kinds, and that's what I got to get out. And I usually will throw some in too.
Oh yeah, mix it together. That always tastes good.
Yeah.
And that crunch with the noodles, that kind of textural difference, that really does it for me as well.
Did you ever try to survive on ramen, like to save money?
No, not that bad. Like my mum, she just actually texts me. Look, I'll show you the message. She says, 먹지 마 라면. She's saying, Peter, don't eat the ramen, because she is all about me eating healthily. And I think Korean mothers as well. My kids, I can tell you, they always want ramen. Like if they had their way, they'd have it every day. Like not to save money because it's a guilty pleasure. But parents here are like, I think the standard would be once a week is the guideline from parents.
Oh, it's happening way more than that.
Yeah, that's the problem because when they get to middle school and they go into their hug ones by themselves, they won't tell their parents that they're eating ramen like every day. Yeah. Like in front of the windows, like you said, at the convenience stores.
It's really addictive.
Yeah.
And whatever you're used to eating, you're going to crave, the next day and the next day.
Okay, we're going to have opening and a pibia, pambok. We're going to mix it all together so you can see it doesn't look appetizing, although that does look more like jajang sauce that you get with the onions, right? In the restaurant. And then you
Okay, already I can tell the
together.
noodles. The water was a bit hotter because I could tell the noodles were...
Nice. And because
I thought this was going to soak up more.
It is meant to. It's because there was a lot of sauce on the top there, I think. So if you mix that in together...
and let maybe there's some starch in the sauce powder.
To thicken it up. It shouldn't be quite as soupy. And
there's going to be some little clumps of powder. You get little salt punches.
Exactly. That's the tasty part, to be honest. Like that's what I want to have. Okay, so there we go.
This was definitely in the movie. I remember them talking about.
Okay,
this
give it a try, Ryan. I'm really curious that this is your first time
I want
having
it to be
this.
just right. I feel like it. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
The sauce is sticking to him pretty well.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it's very different to the soupy one. Okay. I'm really curious how Ryan likes this one. And there you go with the noodles. What does it taste like, and how similar does that taste to you, like jajangmyeon?
Milder jajangmyeon.
Uh-huh. Okay, yeah.
And the noodles are still a little firm.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it reminds me of jajangmyeon, totally.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Good, yeah. And this is like the go-to for many kids in Korea. Before they graduate to the Shin Ramyeon, they will be eating this a lot of the time. And if you want to make it more tasty, our producer says a little bit of gochugaru, or the chili pepper powder can give it a kick. Just like you do with jajangmyeon at some places. They have the chili pepper powder on the side, right?
Right.
Fantastic.
I kind of want to drink some of that liquid. Better idea.
We'll do that in the song break. I'll eat some, and we'll do the udon in part 3 of this instant noodle extravaganza.
I could see that being so addictive. Yeah. If I was a kid,
I'm looking forward to having it now. All right, let's play this song quickly so I can eat it. It's Do-eun of Day 6, duet with Song Hee-jin, Out of the Blue, Muntu. And we're back for part 3 of Dish of the Day with Ryan, and I just tried the pambok, and it's a good snack. If you're thinking, I'm trying to think, what would be the equivalent, like British or American thing to instant noodles, right? I know we both had instant noodles as well in our countries. Very different in terms of flavour profiles and stuff. But if we had to choose something very American or very British that would be equivalent, I would say if it's something you'd have to prepare at home simply, like baked beans on toast is our go-to snack.
There you go. Yeah, that's the difference. Like, is it something culturally similar, like you're going to have every day? Or is it something that you'd make at home? If it was something for every day, it would be like drive-through lines. Okay. Fast food drive-through lines in America. But if it's something at home, then maybe canned soup or packet stuff like oatmeal packets or I don't know, man.
In the UK, beans on toast is the go-to for students, like on a budget, just like ramyeon is for Koreans. But you don't do that in the States,
How did that
beans on
come
toast.
about? How did beans on toast? I got to research this.
I think it's got to be post-Second World War when we were going through a lot of rationing. The US was much better off, right? So it didn't have that stage. And anything in a can was precious, right? So I'm assuming just to fill you up, right? Bit of bread.
And beans have some protein to it, so you're not just eating the carbs.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Let's get on to this last one. So this is very different. The bowl itself is massive.
Oh.
It's got the plastic lid as well, which can kind of be used as a plate sometimes. And then inside, fresh noodles. You can see that's not desiccated at all.
Yeah, and real easy to tear open, of course, as I say that.
And a polystyrene bowl, which I'm always a bit wary about putting hot water into, but we'll ignore that. And then, look at this, you've got this, which is gochugaru pyeolchom. which I guess is the chili pepper powder. Now Ryan cannot even look at it at all after saying that.
I jinxed myself.
Then you've got the udon actual liquid sauce, which is common in packs that you can get for instant udon in the supermarket, which you do put in a boiling pot of water. And then this is the hureke flakes, right? Dried flakes of this and that. So I'm assuming we're putting all of that into this and then having it covered for 1 minute.
I hope somebody's getting a kick out of watching me try to do this. This is ridiculous.
You're not going to make a good instant udon chef, unfortunately, Ryan.
Yeah,
you're
all right.
devastated
that
by
ship
that.
has sailed.
And then we can put all the other ingredients in.
So all of them go in right now?
I'm pretty certain.
Okay.
I will read it just in case. Eksang soup hureke noko. Wait a sec. Okay, but put it in. Oh, I see. 면에 끓는 물 붓고 2분 30초. Ah, okay. Wait, you are meant to.
Oh, which one?
Let's put that in first now. We are late with the flakes, but it's okay. You're meant to do it just with the noodles for 2 minutes 30.
Oh.
I thought it was just 1 minute. I read ahead. I apologize. So we might well run out of time, or you have to go with us till the closing. Okay, so let's close that off and give it a bit of a
I think we need to
shake.
get those under the liquid level, though. They weren't quite under the level.
Oh, okay. Do we want to maybe even put in some more? Oh no, that's okay. Oh, you
There we go.
you catered for that eventuality of putting the
I did.
noodles in.
I did.
Fantastic.
See, that's where the chef element
That is exactly where. And then we'll leave it for a minute. So this is known as seng udon, right? Seng udon, that's the brand name. And seng udon means like fresh or raw noodles as opposed to the deep fried ones in the other one. And there are similar types to this. There is udon with the deep fried noodles, but they don't look as thick as that.
And
at
this
all.
has a higher rating on the sodium, but it's also a whole lot more food.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that's
relative
true.
to the weight of it,
Yeah.
my guess is much lower.
And apparently our producer says in the advertisement for this brand, they say 국물이 끝내줘요. Like the soup is amazing because you're getting the fresh liquid soup, I suppose, right? And so, yeah, I have done it wrong, but you do put the soup in after 2.5 minutes and then the flakes as well. And then I think the gochugaru is like the finishing garnish, like at
after
the very
everything.
end. Yeah. Just like in Japanese udon places where you can put that on at the end.
I'm sure I've done it wrong multiple times because I didn't bother to try to read.
And I don't know how much of a difference it really makes, when we're talking like instant foods, right? We do.
I don't know. You might make some people angry there. I've had some friends
That's
over the
true.
years here that told me, no, it must be this way. I do have a hot tip for you guys. I'm telling you, man, I took some goat cheese, some soft goat cheese, and mixed it with like a bokumyeon.
Oh, wow.
The spicy
goat
one.
cheese with the bokum.
And the goat cheese calms down the spiciness a little bit and adds to this rich creaminess. I don't do this very often, but that combination, if you've got goat cheese around and one of those kind of bokumyeon kind of thing, try it out.
Wow.
It was quite good.
That does sound amazing. Yeah. And we've got something from Inyin as well. She sent us a photo of something from the company that we showed you. This is first the local brands, I think. You said, I realized how lucky I was in Malaysia to have a variety of instant noodles to choose from. In Korea, many contain beef broth, while Japanese instant ramyeon contains pork broth, so we had to travel to specialty vegan stores in Tokyo to get one we could eat. And I saw this Shin merchandise at a local grocery store would be cool to travel with. Wow, that is a Shin ramen inspired bag. Amazing. Yeah, you're right. A lot of ramyeon broth would not be suitable for vegans or
I never thought about it
vegetarians,
that way.
right?
But I guess so. I've had some Vietnamese ramen too that were really nice. That had like an oil packet that you had, and there's kind of a bokum style ramen too, where you pour off the water after cooking the noodles, then add in a few different packets of things. One had some peanut flakes in it, and
that sounds detailed.
It was good.
There's the one in Korea, I don't know if you've seen it, the yellow one called chamgye ramen, which is like sesame seed ramen, and that has the little packet of red oil that gives it a real kick. And it also has the big desiccated egg, like the slab of egg.
Yeah.
And that kind of diffuses once the water's been put in there. But that, for me, is just a cut. But that's my favorite, all-time favorite.
Good tip. Good.
I'm reading this now, and it says...
You're giving away how much ramen you've been eating to your mom.
Throughout my life, yeah.
Now your mom's going to know.
Sorry, Mum. Although in the UK, when my mum used to go out when I was like a young teenager, she would leave the 육개장 ramen, you know, the one in the bowl. 육개장 makes it sound healthy, like a 육개장, like the beef broth spicy one.
Right.
But she would leave that for me and say, you know, go at it. So, Mum, it's your fault that I'm addicted to ramen. And this I've seen, it says you're meant to, and let me show you with the camera. Yeah,
you got a little vent.
You're in fact meant to pour out the water, like with the 볶음면, right? You're meant to pour out the water now, but we're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. See these holes?
You pour it into one of them cups.
That is true, but can't be. Is there enough room in here? I don't know, right? Okay, so let's pour some of the water into there. So this is our makeshift pouring out of the water, because that's so detailed. They don't want you to eat the soup with that ramyeon water. They want fresh water from the kettle in here with the sauce, and it should be the flakes. Oh, well done. Okie dokie.
I think we got all of it, but a lot of it.
That's not bad at all. Okay, so then we'll pour in the water and the sauce.
Wait.
Wait. Our producer said we poured away too much of that. Let me see what it says.
We keep failing.
물을 따라낸 다음 엑스수프. No, it says then put in 300 millimeters of water again. No, so I think it's right. I don't know if our producer is wrong or these instructions are wrong. But anyway, pour in the sauce and then pour the water back in and leave it for another minute.
Why?
Wow. Okie dokie. Yeah.
Why pour away that water?
Yeah, you're meant to put it back in, producer Minnie, apparently. You're meant to put in 300 to the line again.
What?
Which is interesting.
What?
I've never seen this process to pour water back in and then it says leave it for a minute again. What? That is complicated, isn't it? You'd have to be a chef to do this. And it says 1분 후에 드세요. Oh, wow. Okay. And I'm not sure if you're going to put the lid back on even, actually. So this is very complex.
Well, we put these dried things in too early because now we've poured off the flavor from those.
Sorry. That was rookie error.
Whoops.
And due to time constraints, let's open and eat it soon. Let's give it a try. See what it tastes like.
Can we add our flakes?
It kind of looks like... Yeah, no, if you got that at a rest station even, you'd be like, I don't want to eat that udon, unfortunately.
Ooh, that's a lot.
But we've done it wrong a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, I think we kind of butchered this one, but... All right.
And then you mix it in. And of course, you don't need to put in the chili pepper flakes if it is too spicy.
My favorite chobap, or kind of like Korean sushi place in my neighborhood, they always give you something like this.
On the side.
On the side,
a little bowl of udon.
Yeah.
And that does look the most healthy, right? And the most hearty as well. So Ryan will give that a try. I want to know what the texture is like. So I'll give it a try as well. It surely must taste the least instanty out of all of them.
Really lovely flavor. Texture's terrible.
No.
Texture's horrible.
Yeah, they're like just...
There's no chewy at all. They just
come
kind
apart.
Like,
Why is that? Do you think it's been cooked too much or not enough, or just because it's instant?
Let's blame us.
Yeah.
Let's blame us because we obviously...
I think it has to be cooked longer, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, but the flavor's lovely, actually.
Yeah, the soup, as was said, right? It is all about the soup for this one. Ryan, we have gone to the very end of the show. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for sacrificing your chef palate as well for today's dishes. But
dance, monkey, dance.
Due to K-pop Demon Hunters, this is the trend abroad as well, isn't it? And I would say, go for the original spicy cup noodles. That's where Korean ramen is at,
The broth's good, man.
Oh, broth. I'm going to have a taste after we finish. We'll see you again next Thursday, sir. Thank you to all our staff members behind the scenes. And we've got one last song from Catch the Young, In Your Arms, Anna Jo. It's been your daily dose of Korea. #DailyK out.